Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Give me a yes or no on chat. Thank you. Thanks all for joining. Thank you all for joining. I hope I'm audible now. Thank you all for joining. I hope I'm audible. So I can see certain attendees already. We're just waiting for more people to join. We will get started. Once again, just want to check if my voice is audible and clear. I see Mr. Bhaskar, Mr. Himanshu. Miss Vani, Mr. Sharad, Rohit Kumar Palanti. Mr. Anjaneyulu. I also see a few of our regular attendees, Ms. Dhrutia, Ms. Manisha. All right, so we will get started in about 5 minutes, waiting for a few more audience to show up, and then we'll get started. Hope all of you are aware what the topic is for today. So if you have any questions pre-hand, you can please put it on chat or the Q&A tab. Thank you. All right, we will get started. Also with me is Mr. Saurabh, who is our subject matter expert. He will run through the presentation and the demo itself today. Once again, I hope I'm audible. Thank you. A quick confirmation will be great, yes or no. All right, we will get started. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us for today's webinar. So before we get into today's topic, that is the presentation and demo of our GST solution, I would like to talk a little bit about the company that Saurabh and me represent. So let's move on to the next slide. So what you're seeing is the timeline of our company, how we've evolved as a company. WeP is a 20-year-old company as of today. We were initially known as Wipro e-peripherals, and we were part of Wipro itself. In fact, we were the peripherals division of the company. So from there on, we have evolved and we've moved into different solution offerings, which I will show you in the coming slides. I'd also like to mention that today we are an independent entity in the name of WeP Solutions. Let's move on to the next slide. Saurabh, you can move to the next slide. Yeah. So what you're seeing here is the different solution offerings that we have. First off, managed print services. Secondly, we have digital transformation solutions, which covers two solution offerings, mainly GST and DMS, which I'll talk to you in a little bit. And thirdly, we have intelligent office automation solutions. Aside this, we also cater to the retail side of things. We also have a retail billing solution, which I'll not talk about much. So let's move on to the next slide. All right, so quickly, let me cover up the solution offerings, a few bulletin points, as you can see. First off, we have WeP managed print services. We are in fact known as India's #1 MPS company. Now, the business here is such that we deal with printing hardware based on customer requirement, and they would be charged per print. Aside this, we handle end-to-end asset management, wherein the customer will not require printers or any other hardware related to printers. All of that will be handled by us. We also cater to the end-to-end service and support of our offering as well. So this is what we do with WeP MPS. Let's move on to the second serial offering, that is office automation solutions. We offer the latest range of best-selling intelligent office automation solutions. I'd also like to mention that we are the authorized distributor alongside Ricoh Japan to sell Ricoh products in India. So we have a wide range of MFPs, that is multifunction printers, on offer, mainly for office use, that is. And we also deal with the sales and support of. Yeah, Saurabh, you'll have to move to the previous slide again. I haven't covered serial 3 and 4. Yeah, thank you. So let me quickly run through serial number 3 and 4, that is GST and DMS. Now, I'm sure all of you have heard of what GST is. We have a relevant audience here today. So we actually have an all-in-one GST end-to-end solution, which covers all your GST needs, right from filing, reconciliation. We in fact hold a license called GSP, that is GST Suvidha Provider. We are appointed by the GSTN itself. So we also have built-in modules for EVA Bill automation, e-invoicing. I'd also like to mention that we undertake most ERP integrations, that is SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, and other API integrations. All aside, we have a standalone solution called Managed GST Filing. wherein we, that is our team, will be undertaking all the raw data from your end. We will prepare it, validate it, and then file it, or else we will give it to you for filing. So this is what we do with GST. Let's quickly move on to the fourth offering, that is document management solutions. We actually offer custom tailored solutions with the help of two concepts, that is foundation built on two mainly, low-code development platform and workflow automation. With this, we are able to build automation for various processes such as procure to pay, that is procurement, employee records management for the HR, MOC, that is management of change. All in all, we are able to basically automate business processes. So this is what we do with WeP, our solutions. So I'm sure all of you are aware of what the topic is for today. So I would like to know how many of you are actually from the GST side of things today. Also, let's move on to the next slide, Saurabh. So just wanted to know how many are from the finance team. You can just give me a yes or a no on chat. That'll be great. Finance, technical, taxation. Now, I'm sure most of you are here are from that end. Just wanted to know if we have a diverse audience or if we have the audience that we're looking for today. Okay, Mr. Bhaskar is a GST practitioner. All right, we'll move to the next slide. Yeah, Saurabh, you can move to the next slide. Here's a quick view of our customers. Please note that this is all our customers. All right, so without any further ado, I would like to move on to the next few slides. I'd also like to introduce Saurabh right after this. So before I hand it over to Saurabh, I will launch a quick poll for all of you as you are seeing on the screen. I'd just like to know how many of you are actually looking for a GST solution. So let me launch a poll for all of you right now. You should be able to see this on your screen now. So just wanted to know, are you looking for a GST or e-invoice solution? You can simply click yes or no. This will give us an idea how to proceed further on. So I will leave this on for the next 1 minute before I close this poll and hand it over to Saurabh. All right, I will end the poll. Thank you all. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide, and I will also introduce Mr. Saurabh Balla, who is our subject matter expert. Mr. Saurabh also has experience of taking webinars for the last 1 year. So he will be handling the presentation side of our solution, post which he will do a quick demo of our platform as well. Mr. Saurabh, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for the introduction. So first, we will start with today's session agenda. So I'll move it to the next slide. So in today's webinar, we will covering what is web GST, what we have handle one-to-one services for the web GST. It is a complete GST solution we will cover, and what are the features and the modules in that GST we have. And I will show also a live demo of a GST platform. So this will be the today's session agenda. We will covering that in this webinar. So I will now move to the next slide. So now coming to our web GST solution. So we have, I already told you, we have a complete GST solution. It is a complete GST solution. We have we have covered the managed GST filing and e-invoicing, ASP services, EVA Bill, everything you will get in a single platform only. So first, as you see, is an e-invoicing. E-invoicing is related to B2B services. Like we have to generate e-invoice, print e-invoice, cancel and manage EVA invoice. And you can also integrate by using the any ERP tool like Oracle Dynamics by using our panel implication. Now, second, we have the ASP services. So we also have our own application for the GST platform. It is basically a SaaS-based application to file the GST returns, and it has a very advanced reconciliation, which is an automation part where you can perform the validations and generate the MIS reports, and you can use it for the GST. And same can in a SP services, we have the e-invoice and the EVA bill in a single platform. Now moving to the next, we have the EVA bill also in that solution where you can generate the EVA bill, and on the EVA will generate, and you can also cancel or you can also update the EVA bill on the platform itself. Now moving on to the next slide. So we also manage the GST filing. Like we take the raw data from the companies and the customers. What we do over here, like we collect the data, we do the data preparation, we do the data validation, and we do the manage GST. We will do the returns and everything will be take care by our end only. And apart from that, we also hold the license for the GSP. So we provide the API as well for the e-invoice, for the EVA bill API or the GST API. So that kind of services we also provide in a web GST solution. Now coming to the web GST features, what will be there in the future in the features in a in a platform. So first is a centralized login where you can manage your multiple GSTN PAN in a single platform only. That means suppose you have 10 number of GSTN of your company, where you can manage like in a single platform, you will manage all your GST in a single row. What is the difference between our platform and government portal? So in government portal, you have to log in for the one GST per time. But in our platform, you can manage all your GST in a single platform only. Now coming to the next slide, next part, automated reconciliation, two-way communication to the vendors. So we have the automation part in a reconciliation where you can see your invoices which is being missing from your data or from supply data. So that kind of reconciliation we also take care in the GST platform. Now third we have a pan-wise GSTR through API as well. We can just take the download section from your pan-wise through the API as well. Now coming to the connectivity for your ERP software. So we can also integrate with any accounting tool or any ERP software by using the REST APIs. Now we can also have a very good feature in a platform which is bulk upload. So bulk upload is like if your data or your file is more than 5 MB, like for the annual returns, your data will be for the annual returns, the data is very enough to handle. So we have given the option for the bulk upload if your data file is more than 5 MB. And in a platform, you can also get the MIS reports where you get your all sales summary, purchase summary, inward summary, reconciliation summary. All will be there stored in a platform in a MIS reports. You will get all your reports into the report section. Now coming to the roles and location based access control in the user management. So I will give you one example for this. Like suppose in your company, 10 people are handling for the account section. So what you can do over here, you can just create the account into the platform for that particular person, or you can also give a number of GSTN, like you can select the GSTN of you can give to that person. So he will only handle that role which you have given in that in the user management. Now we have the multiple formats for uploading the GSTR data. We have different validations and preparation to upload your GSTR data. Now a supplier compliance matrix where we can store your suppliers details like suppliers GST and supplier mobile number, supplier email ID. So where we can give notification to them to go. One notification will send to the supplier if we have while doing the reconciliation, we have some mismatch in the invoices, and we have 80 plus data validation are there to ensure the accuracy. Like if you go for the first step, if your data is not prepared well, it will show an error in the first step only. Now we have the trigger notification for the mismatch and match and mismatch during the reconciliation. Like it is from your end or from the supplier end, you will get a trigger notification for the when you're doing the reconciliation part. Now, and for the this we have the also report section into that also. So this is the screenshot of a web GST platform. You can see now we will in this we have a web GST dashboard where you can do your filing and you can do your annual returns on the basis of the monthly. For GSTR 1 to GSTR 8, it is based on the monthly. You have to fill this. You have to fill every month. Like for the GSTR 1 is to be for the 15th of every month. Before 15th of every month, you have to file for the GSTR 1, and same as for the 8 also. Still for GSTR 1 to 8, and GSTN 9 is an annual GST. So GSTN 9 you can also do in the platform where you can directly push your data, and directly it will and our platform was also connected to the government portal. So whatever you do in our platform will be directly implemented to the government portal also. So apart from this, we have the user friendly templates where you can directly copy your sales and purchase data and copy to our template and directly move to the platform. And third, we have the upload, validate, and save. Just for it is just 3 steps to file any return in the platform. Like first you have to upload your data, then you have to validate it, and then you have to save it for the particular month you are doing the filing. And in a single click you have the option for the return also. I will just give more briefly on when I go to the platform. And in this we have the comprehensive error description for the quick rectification. If any error occur during you when you are uploading the data, so it will give you a quick rectification whether from which your data is in missing, or if in that file there is some error for that. So you can have the option for that also. Now we have the support bulk option. In the previous slide I have also described about that what is a bulk option over this section. So if your file if your file section is more than 5 MB, so you can just upload the bulk option also. And it is a support submission and filing of returns with the DSV. So we have the also support type, whether we have to go for the digital signature or for the EVA signature. So we have the option for that also. I will show you more in the when I go to the demo of a platform. Now coming to the most important feature of a platform, which is the most demanding, like for the GST reconciliation and futures. So first we have the GSTR2 and 2A reconciliation. So GSTR2 is your inward data and 2A is your inward supply data. So what we do in our reconciliation, we have the automation part where you can handle your data in the terms of missing. Yeah, if any invoices are missing or match or mismatch during the reconciliation, that for we have given the separate window for that, where you can get all the details for which invoices has been missing or which invoices has been missing from the supplier data. So you will get all information in the terms of the invoices. And it is also categorized into the different invoices, like for the B2B, B2C, or the B2CL, or the CDNR. So we have the option for that also, and triggered to the respective supplier for the missing and mismatch during the invoices. And we have also a reconciliation toleration level, like we can customize it in the reconciliation setting. So you have your invoices for the rupees of 5, 10, or 50 will be directly move to the reconciliation. It will not consider as a reconciliation and directly move to the ITC part. Now coming to the reconciliation features we have. So there are multiple filter options also available. Like you can select the invoices as per the filter. Like suppose you have the invoices which is being mismatched, like as an invoice date. Suppose you have given the invoice date incorrect and your supplier has given the right invoice date. So it will directly in my data, it will show this invoice date is incorrect. And you can also filter out from the invoice number and the invoice number and date. So there are multiple filter options available to select the more filtration option when you go for the invoices. And second, we have a supplier wise reconciliation summary for the GSTR 3B, for the GSTR 1, or whether for the GSTR 2. Like you can also know overall inward and outward summary of your GSTR data. So where you can also compare as the supplier and your data also. For same as for the process for the GSTR 3B versus GSTR 2 and 2B, GSTR 6 and 2A, GSTR 6 versus 6A. And there is also a new feature we have added in our platform for the EVA bill versus GSTR 1 and GSTR 2 and 2B. So this is for the overall reconciliation features we have in a web GST platform. Now I will move to the next slide. So I have also told you earlier in the features, in the web GST features, we have also a MIS report where you get all your sales and purchase summary, your sales summary for the according to the invoice type, whether you want to select it for the B2B invoices, whether you want to select for the B2C, whether you have to select for the credit debit note. So we have the filter option available where you can get all your reports under the section. You can also see we have also a report section for the ITC reconciliation, your overall reconciliation, which is based on the per month. You will also see in the MIS report section, whether for the based on the GSTR 3B and the 2A. You can also get the reconciled data of your GSTR 3B and 2A for all the GSTN under the single login. And we have also a supplier wise ITC reconciliation reports between a GSTR 2 and 2B. So in this platform will store all your data. If you go for the if you file anything, if you do anything in the platform, will be directly stored in the platform. So you don't need to worry that when you have to do the returns and what data has been uploaded in the section, and I have to take the report in the annual meeting, or we have to see the what we have throughout the annual year, what things we have given and what things we have things are there in the ITC we have given. So these things are also available in the platform. Apart from this, we also have the Invoice Portal, where it is a dashboard. We have given a separate dashboard for the invoice, where you can generate your e-invoices and you can cancel the invoice for the particular period. So for the cancellation, everyone we was heard of that from the 1st of April, every company whose turnover is more than 20 crore will be now eligible for the e-invoice. So now this is the when this started for the 20 more companies, the demanding for the invoices is increased. Okay, so what we have included, so there are two options we have in a platform. One is for the manual and second for the integration part. So where you can generate your e-invoice and cancel the invoice. And for the cancellation, we have the 24 hours period to cancel the any invoice. If you miss it out for during the period, it will directly go to your GSTR1 data. And if your for that, we have also a bulk data upload section where you can generate the IRN by using the bulk option. I will also show you in the platform how you can generate the IRN into a platform. And third, we have a QR code, which is there in when you generate the invoice, a QR code will be there in a platform. And second and third, we have the also option for the cancel of IRN and view and print. You can also take the print of that e-invoice, or you could take it as a soft copy or a hard copy for that. And you can have an integration with any ERP. So you can connect seamlessly with any of your accounting tool like Oracle, Dynamics, or any accounting tool like Tally, ERP. For that, we can also integrate with our e-invoice. Where what would be the benefit when you go for the integration? Like in a single click, you can upload or directly click upload like 10,000 of e-invoice what we have in our platform. And 10,000 you can click in a single go, you can generate the e-invoice. Now moving on to the next slide. This is the e-invoice process flow. So first is for you can for the when you have to give the upload section, then you have to go to the IRN section, then you have to your data will be directly pushed to the JSON or to the directly go to the IRP portal where the IRN number is generated. You can also have the option for the hash IRN and validate for if any duplication have in the interface with the GSTN portal. Your once validation is done, IRP will digitally sign the e-invoice and QR is inserted into that e-invoice. Now your data is transmitted to for both GST and EVA bill system. Now e-invoice gets generated instantly through our portal also. Now along with that, I also told in the previous slide, we have the EVA Bill Portal in a single platform where you can generate your EVA bill, manual, bulk upload, or API option. We have centralized data system for uploading and updating in your updating You can update your vehicle number, where you can cancel your EVA bill request, where you can print your EVA bill for the documentation, generating consolidated EVA bill or multiple vehicle adoption is also available. So now moving to the web architecture. So as you can see, we also we have an ASP and GSP. ASP means we have our own application. We have built our own application. So which is connected to the GSP server. We have an over GSP server, which is also connected to the GST system, to the government portal itself. So whatever you do in the platform, it will directly first go to the GSP server and then go to the GST system. And apart from that, for the when you go for the integration, your integration will be done by using the API, and your any accounting software you have like Oracle Dynamics or SAP or Tally or custom based ERP application. So that can be also integrated with our ASP and GSP services. Like now coming to the slide, we have why our integration solution is unique. So uh, our platform is brings a very cohesive environment when you go for the integration. It is like a zero to manual effort to complete any automation for when you generate the e-invoice and the EA bill by using the any ERP. Suppose you can connect with our ERP and you can directly generate e-invoice, generate EVA bill. Your all things will be done in the all the efforts will be done in the automatic. So you don't need to worry for you can do the manual, and your all data will be directly pushed to the platform by the integration part. Now we can also bulk generate for the invoice with an 100% audit compliance. We have our integration solution is modularized, such as any changes or maintenance. So this is also an important point we have to cover. So when any upgradation or any changes or any maintenance in any ERP comes, like any upgradation in the ERP, so it will not impact to our integration or when you are connected with our platform. So it does not impact on your any integration part when you go for the any maintenance or any changes that are there in the ERP. Now we also have an all call support for the GST, where you can where a one token is generated for when you have any support in terms of the GST. So we also have a support section, on call support section in the GST also, and it is a complete two-way integration which completes a complete life cycle of the e-invoice, where you can open to push the invoices automatically from the ERP. So this is for the integration part, and this is the customer feedback we have in the, you can see. So Herbalife, Imami Agrotech, and Metro Cash. So these are the customers. We handle the entire portfolio of them. So what we do over here, we collect the raw data from them, we prepare the data, we validate the data, we manage the all GST, we can do the GST filing, and we do the reconciliation also. Each and every portfolio for the GST we handle for these customers also. So I will move to the next slide. So now coming to the security part of your data. So all your data will be stored in a AES 256 bits encryption, which is the highest and the strongest in encryption standard available in the today's scenario. And it is also highly scalable architecture, and all your data will be stored in a central repository, which is a backup storage. And along with that, we have also a storage. Now coming to the user will store your all SSL encrypted, which is secured socket layer. Your all data will be stored in this encrypted format. Then we have the firewall, where for your data will not leakage, and the authentication will be there. A strong password will be there, and for logging and the permission checking for the folder permission or the security folder permission, expiry date checking, sharing SS permission. We also for this is the overall summary for the data purpose of your sales and purchase data. So now the presentation part will be end over here. And if you want to ask any questions related to the presentation, so you can ask me over here.
Yeah, you can just put it on the chat because Saurabh is getting into the demo part right now. Or Saurabh, you know what, we can wait. You can start with the demo. let the questions come in. Maybe we might have questions during the demo itself.
Sure, man. Yeah. Directly we can go to the platform now. If any questions related in the presentation or anything you want to ask, you can put it in the chat section or in the question and answer section. So this is our web GST panel. So this is the URL of a platform is webgst.com. Once you get the credential details, sign into a platform. Once you sign in a platform, first you will see the summary dashboard over here. So first of all, you will see your total number of GST over it, output tax liability, ITC, and ledger cash. These all three sections will update it for the every month of 10th date of every month. It will be updated over this section. And below that, you will see the summary dashboard. So summary dashboard, you can move it for the, you have the period for the option for the period, whether you can go for the, whether you want to see the update of the previous month, you can also select it for the particular period. And you can see the filing status as well for GSTR 1 and 3B. And you will also include your upload and filing status as well. So whether for the GSTR 1 or 3B, your data has been uploaded or not, it will show over here as an pending. If it has been completed, it will show it has been completed. And the filing status as well, whether it has been filed or not, or within overall summary. And within that, we can also see the filing date as well, on which particular date we have filed for this GSTR 1 or 3B. Below that, you will also see the summary dashboard of your output tax liability, which for the, like, what could be the output tax liability for the IGST, CGST, SGST, and cess based, and particular with the GST also. And in the summary dashboard, you will also see your ITC and ledger cash. A separate column is given where you can see your IGST, CGST, and the ledger cash with your particular GST and the company name as well. So this is for the first layout of a platform. Now I will move it to the master management, which is the where master management is a place where you can add your GSTN and PAN into a platform. So first is adding the PAN. So by adding the PAN, you can just give your PAN number, the company name, and upload that PAN image of that company. You can directly just upload. We can also have the option for the edit and delete. Once you uploaded your PAN, it will come under this section. So like your PAN number, the company name, and the documents which you have given under this section will be have the option for the download. So whether you can edit or delete that. Second option, we have adding your GSTN. So whatever you have username created in the government portal, you can directly give the GST username and GSTN over here, and all the details will be in the will be whatever you do in the platform will be now which is stored in our platform will be directly go to the government portal. So this is for adding a GSTN. So adding a GSTN, we have the two options. So first we have the manual, and second we have the CSV template. So in that template, you can, when your suppose your GSTN is more than 10 or 5, so you can, it will be headache for you to add GSTN by one. So we have also option given in the download document section, CSV bulk upload, CSV GSTN upload. So where you can upload all your GSTN and upload the data into the platform itself. Once you given all the data, it will come like this, like the GSTN username, the GSTN number, the PAN number, the state code of that particular state, the address of that company, and also option for the edit. If suppose you want to edit that any option in the future, we also given the option for the edit as well. Now coming to the user management. User management is, I told you in the presentation part also, in the user management is a place where you can, when you want to create the sub accounts into the platform. So when you go for the sub accounts, first you have to do user registration. So you have, while registration, if you want to give the authorize to any person of your of your company, so you have to just give the name of the person, give the designation of the person, and the email ID, the password you want to give, and the mobile number, and select the role according to it. So there are multiple select role we have, and you can also select it for the particular GSTN. Like you can select the multiple GSTN as well, or you can select the single GSTN, and you can register. So whatever you given the role to that person, he will manage that also. he will only manage that also. And in the roles creation, you can see, like in the super admin, he has the uh, authorized to do everything into the platform. So he can do for the GSTN upload, downloads, filing, returns, every will be taken care by the super admin. Now, if I go to the next, any user we have created like accounts. So account section, he has no given, we have not given no. So you can see if I go for the resources, so for the resources, he has the only authorization for the invoice. So once you create the account for that person, only he can do the invoice into the platform. So you have given, you can select the role according to the person you have want to give. So there is one thing I have to add more over here. There is no restriction. There is no restriction of creating the account into the platform. You can create the n number of accounts into the platform, but it is mainly we have been charged by the per GST, not on the basis on the user. Now in the master management, we have also a supplier and the customer management. I will go to the supplier management first of all. So supplier management, if I go for the reconciliation, it is very necessary. In the supplier management, you have to add your supplier data like supplier GSTN, supplier name, supplier address, or supplier mobile number and supplier email ID. So whenever a trigger notification will be there, it will directly notify to the supplier that for this invoices, this invoices is being mismatched from your end. So we have also given the supplier management in that where you can store your all suppliers data. Same as for the customer, you can add your all customers into the platform. For that, we have also given the separate template into the section. Currently, I think so there is some network glitch over here. Supplier management is not opening. So I will just told overall thing which are there in the supplier management. Now moving to the next section, we have the invoice generation. We can just when you want to generate the invoice, normal invoice into a platform, we have the option for the invoice generation where you can generate the invoice for the output register or the invert register or the location management. So I will not go in deep in this section because it is not so much important. So now coming to the data upload section. So for the data upload section, we have multiple options. So for the first of all, there's a GSTN tally upload. Yeah. So for the tally, we have you can see there's two methods. So one is manually. So when you want to do the manually efforts. So for that, we have given the template. So you can see the GSTR 1 and 2 template when you want to upload your data through the tally. So what you have to do in the part of template, only you have to copy your data and paste the data into that template and upload that template in this choose file section. Once you upload this file, directly go to the import data and all your sales and purchase data will be there in the platform in the GSTN tally upload view summary. So this is the first method. Second is by the integration part. So when you go to the integration, your all the data will be directly flow into the platform. Your all sales and purchase data will be directly flow into the platform. You don't have to upload and then you have to do the everything. So you have to just click over this section and your data will be directly stored into the platform. Now coming to the second option we have is in CSV and API upload. CSV and API upload is fully based on manual. Like you can select the for the any GSTR you want to do the upload your data. So select that particular GST, and we have our own template in the download document section. I will show you also that. So in the download documents, you can see a GSTR 1 template, GSTR 1 template, B template. We have GSTR 2 template, customer template. Every template will be there in the platform. You can download in the download document section. You can see for the e-invoice template we have. So there are all the what are things in the platform in the template format are there in the download document section. Now coming back to the CSV API upload, you can select as a source type as in web. or the BP device API, any API you want to upload the data by using the API or POS device API or ERP device API, you have to select for that only and upload. If you go with an web template, you have to just upload that template and import the data into section. So once you import the data, overall summary will be shown over this section. Now coming to the third section, we have the CSV bulk upload. What I was telling in the presentation, if your annual data and your overall data is more than 5 MB, so we have the option also for the CSV bulk upload. So where you can select as a template source type, as in template you are, whether you're going for the template A or template B, and prepare that template data and upload in this upload and choose the file and upload the section over this. So once you upload the data, it will show you overall summary. If any error we have in this section, it will show in the error summary. If it has been if everything is fine, it will show into the view summary. Now coming to the GSTN validation. GSTN validation is for validating the supplier GSTN. So if anything you have stored in a platform which is incorrect for the terms of supplier, it will directly rectify in the first step that for this particular GSTN, the supplier data is incorrect. So it will show under this section. So this is for the GSTN validation. It is also very important, we can say, in the terms of when you go for the reconciliation. Now coming to the GSTN uploads. GSTN uploads, as you can see, is for the saving and pushing your data for the GSTN and filing your data through this platform. So I will show you for the GSTN save. For GSTN save, whether you have to select it for the record type, whether it has been not uploaded to GSTN, that means your data has been uploaded, but you have not uploaded to the GSTN, that is to the government portal. So you have to select the record type as well. And we have two options for not uploaded to the GSTN or GSTN error records. Any error records you have, you can also upload in this section also. So for saving your data, first you have to select the time period which you want to save the data and select the GSTN you have, and the select type is for the whether you are filing for the GSTN or the 1A. And along with that, we also have the option for the action. So in the action, we have all the services, like for the B2B, B2CL, CDNR, B2CS, any XP or nil, every option will be there in a platform. You can select it for all. If you want to select it for one, like for the B2B, you can select as that as well. So once you go for the overall view summary, it will directly show you the view summary of your GSTN data. And once you click on the GSTN save status, it will directly save your data for particular GSTN. Like suppose your GSTN or the 1A, your data will be directly saved for that particular time period into the platform. Now coming to the GSTN file, and that means GSTN file, that means it for the particular period, your data will be directly pushed to government portal. Okay, so first you have to give the time period, particular GSTN of that, whether you are doing the filing time for the digital signature or the EU signature, or you have the option for the DSC and the EVC upload. So select as the filing type you want to, like most of the people select for the DSC, it's a digital signature, and go to the generate summary where you can see your overall summary for the GSTN view summary of that data. So as you can see here, one button is GSTN submit. So what GSTN submit is over here? GSTN submit means your data for that particular will be directly pushed to the government portal now, and your data will be directly pushed to the government portal, and you have to do the filing now. So for the filing, you can do it from this platform itself. So you have to click for the GSTN file, and the filing for that particular period you have selected will be directly filed to the government portal, and same as in this portal also. So this is for the GSTN upload, and it is similar to all we have, like for the GSTN 3B. If you go on the same procedure which I told you for the GSTN, you can directly push to the data and directly file from this platform itself. Now coming to the GSTN downloads. GSTN download is necessary when you go for the reconciliation. So for the reconciliation, you must know that you have to first upload your GSTN2 data and then download your 2A data, and and the particular along with that. So you can see in the GST downloads we have GSTR1, GSTR2, GSTR2B, 3B, 6, 6A, 8, 9. So you can select the download section as well. You can select for that time period you want to. So what I will add in this GSTN downloads, where you can, it is a place like you have to download your data for a previous year or the particular period you want to. So in our platform there is a there's where you can download your data for the 18 months. You can download your data in the platform for the 18 months. You can have to select the time period you want to download the data, and whether you are doing with the B2B or the CDN or anything you want to, you can select it for that as well. So this is for the JSON downloads. Now I will going to the most important, which is the reconciliation and the most demanding in the today's scenario. So first is the reconciliation. So first, over this reconciliation, you have the option in the settings, which is the invoice date and the period. So in the, when I select for the invoice period, it will show me the for the particular period. So here we have option of for the all GST you have, or you can select as a single also. So as of now, I will show you for the all the GST, and I will give you one example. So I will select the time period we have in the platform. So I will show you how the reconciliation works. So I have selected the period, and I will show you the here you get all your supplier name, which you have been stored in the master management on the supplier GST of that. Now I will go to the view details of that. So as you can see, it has been for the all GSTNs in this platform. We have 27 of GST. It has taken automation part, which is very quickly. So you can see the match invoices has been selected for that particular window, and the missing invoice in the supplier data, which is your GSTR2A data, and mismatch invoices, missing invoices in my data, which is the GSTR2 data. So you can see the all invoices have been selected into that particular columns. So I will show you one of the example for missing invoices in the supplier data, which is your GSTR2A data. So I will go to the view details. As you can see, the tax amount for the GSTR2, tax amount for the GSTR2A, total taxable value, and the invoices which has been rectified in this automation part. Now we'll go to the view details. So once I open for the missing invoices in the supplier data, which is the GSTR2A data, here you can see the invoices for that particular GST will be directly automated into the platform. So you can see for the particular invoices, I can select it for the all in one, or whether I have to select it for the one or two, we can also do that as well. So I will show for the this for I will tell you what are the buttons over here will be implement. Like for once you click on the accept, it will directly add the invoices which is in the GSTR2 data. If you reject it, it will delete the invoices which is go into your GSTR2 data. And if you want to, suppose if you want to hold any invoices and you want to do the reconciliation for the next month, you can also hold that invoices and can give the add comments as well. So add comment section we have given, like for any suppose you want to give the any message to the supplier, like for this invoice number is incorrect, check this, you can give the comment as well. Check this invoice number, check the invoice date, check the taxable value. So you can also add the comment section itself. And the most important, this for the trigger notification, you can directly send notification to the supplier from this end only. So once you click on the supplier, for that particular invoices which I've selected will be directly notified to the supplier for this particular invoices. This taxable value is incorrect or anything is which is incorrect in the invoices will be one trigger notification to go on to the supplier. Now this is for the reconciliation for the missing invoice in the GSTR2A data. Now the same procedure is for the other as well. If you click on the any match invoices or the mismatch invoices, it is the same procedure. Now I will moving to the next step, which is invoice data correction. So in the invoice data correction, where you can data correct here in the terms of reconciliation. for that we have given the filter type. Suppose you want to select the invoices which you have to do the reconcile for the invoice as per the invoice number. You can select at that as well. Just go to the view details. So as you can see, I have the filter type given as an invoice number. So you can see for that particular invoice, it is being correct in terms of everything. But if I have given the filter option as an invoice number, you can see there's a red number is given like 90. So 90 is the supply data and which is being and the correct data in the platform is SUB 190D, which is being rectified into a platform. So this is the like how you can select the invoices as term for the filter type. And if I select for the invoice or everything, all invoices, so it will show me the overall invoices which is being mismatched during my GSTR2 and 2A data. Separate column we can see. You can see if I select for the all invoices, you can see the missing invoices in the GSTR2, which is the supplier data, and which is the and missing invoice in the GSTR2 data is my data. So you can select at that as well and do the reconciliation. Now, when you do the reconcile for the overall for claiming the ITC reconciliation is necessary, you must be heard of. So if you want to see the overall summary of the reconciliation, you can see under this reconciliation summary section. I have to go to the view details. So you can see the overall summary of your GSTR2 and 2A data. The comparison between the GSTR2 and 2 data will be shown under this reconciliation summary. So this is overall view of the reconciliation. Now I will move it to the next part, which I will show in this platform is for the e-invoice. So I have also told you in the presentation part, we also have the separate dashboard for the invoice and the EVA bill. So first is for the dashboard we have. It will show you how many invoices have been generated from the platform, how many has been cancelled or not generated. That means you have uploaded the data, but you have not generated the invoice into the platform. And error records we have, you can see in this section. And within particular GSTN with the PAN, our overall summary of a invoice like generated invoice, cancelled invoice, not generated, error records. And apart from that, now coming to how you can upload your data in terms of when you want to generate the invoice. So go to the option for the bulk upload. Select the invoice tab as an e-invoice. Now I will upload the file, and I have created one separate template for that. So I will select one of the template and show you how the e-invoice is generated by if you go for the manual upload. Invoice. So I will just select that and open it, and I will import the data. So as you can see, once I upload the data, it will show the data has been imported successfully. Please go to the generate iron page for generating the invoice. So as you give the file, it will show you the total number of records count, the total record process counts. If any error during the section, a pop-up window will be shown where you can see your error record when you upload the file. So it will show in the first step if any errors when you upload in the file. So now coming to the generate iron. So for generate iron, I have to select that particular GSTN we have, and I will select the time period, and as a record type, you can see multiple options available, like for the not generated or iron generation or generated. So I will select as a not generated because for that particular time period, the invoice type has been not generated. Just data has not been uploaded. So as you can see, once I click for the all record type, it will show the overall summary that for that particular invoices, the iron which is for that, the iron which is already generated or the generated invoice will be also shown in this section. So for this invoices, I have generated the IRN number. You can see the IRN number over here. And for this invoices, any error records or anything will be there, will be shown under this section. Now, if you want to cancel the IRN, so you have to select the particular GSTN. So you can see the time period I have selected for the today. So I have to cancel these invoices in terms of this. So what I have to do, it will directly auto fetch your data with the IRN number. So I will select one of the IRN number and paste it over this section. So I have to give the select the reason whether I have to do for the duplicate entry or that. So I have to only cancel the invoice. So once I click to the cancel invoice, it will directly cancel and it will remove under this section also. So now coming to how the e-invoice will be look when you generate the e-invoice from our platform. So I will select for the particular time period. So you can see for the particular time period of this date, we have the two IRN, which is the two IRN for that particular invoices has been generated in our platform. So you can see the document number, the document type, and now I will show you for that view of the invoice. So you can see this is the standard invoice which is generated from the web portal. So you can see the QR code within that, the IRN number, the GSTN, the dispatch address, everything related to the you have given in the template will be come under this invoice, which is a standard template, standard invoice which is generated from a platform itself. So this is for the e-invoice. Now next is we want to have the e-invoice report. Like for that particular GSTN you want to select, whether you have to download the overall view summary of e-invoice, you can also select that. You can select as a not generated or overall summary generated. So I will selecting as a generated or overall e-invoice report. So I will select that and export that file. So once I export that file, one reference ID will be shown over the section. So what for downloading the e-invoice report, you have to copy this reference ID and click this and copy this reference ID over this section and download the report for that particular period you have selected for the invoice. So this is the overall view of the invoice. Now coming to the report section, this is the MIS reports which is stored in the platform. For the log file, I will show you the particular time period. The data of this, whatever you do in the platform, will be stored under this section. So this is for the overall view of a web GST platform. So any questions regarding demo you can ask in this section also. I will just show you. Any now the demo of a platform has been completed. Any questions regarding platform or any domain related, you can ask me over this section. So I will see in the chat section.
So thank you, Saurabh, for the demo. Of course, it was a short demo. We cannot cover the entire
Correct, man.
Demo in the given time. So I would like to launch a quick poll for the audience that we have at the moment. So just want to know if there are anyone who are interested to see a full one-to-one demo of the solution itself. Is anyone who's interested to see a full one-to-one demo of the solution where our team will be able to sit with you on a one-to-one basis and explain each and every module required? And if you have any questions there is in specific to one module, that can be handled on a one-to-one basis. So I will leave this poll for the next 1 minute. And we don't have any questions at the moment, Saurabh. So I think we can wait for a minute or two and see.
Correct, man. Correct. We can wait.
Yeah, and we are kind of on the time, about 4:30 already. So let's just take 2 minutes to see. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I would also like to mention those of you who have shown interest who are looking for a solution. Our team will reach out to you shortly in the next 1 week. And based on your availability, we can actually arrange a demo or a call as well. That can be done. And let me end the poll. Thank you. All right. So at the moment, no questions. Dear audience, any questions, we will be able to handle them. Is there a reconciliation tool for EVA bill versus invoice? Invoice.
Is there any RECO tool for invoice and the EVA bill? Yeah. This is the complete GST solution where you can see. I have shown you in the demo part that you can also do the RECO, and as well as you can do the invoice and the EVA bill. So in the RECO, we have the option for the EVA bill versus invoice also. So this is there in a platform you can do. Now, when you go with a platform, it is there in a platform.
All right.
Any more questions regarding to the platform? Anything you want to ask in terms of GST? You can ask me.
All right, no questions as of now.
No questions as of now.
Yeah. So I would like to mention that if we are actually going to conduct sessions like this, about 40 minutes to 50 minutes every month. Once we will be doing so, we would actually like to see audience more often. So at the moment, I'm not seeing any questions. So I think on that note, we can actually call it a day. So thank you all for joining. So our team will actually reach out to the ones who have shown interest in the next 1 week, as I had mentioned.
Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you, Saurabh. Thank you for your time and efforts.
Yeah. Thank you, Siddharth. And thank you everyone who has joined for this webinar.
Yeah.
We will reach out to you.
Absolutely. Thank you all and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.